Hi everyone. So in this video, I'm going to discuss what are the factors that which contribute the increase of energy in us, and means that you might have observed certain people who are full of energy, and certain people have to take this energy from outside. Like there's a push approach and pull approach. Push approach means that automatically the energy is coming out of you and is spreading around. Means that you do not have to force yourself to get energy. Since from the beginning of the morning to the end of the night, you're filled with energy to do whatever task you want and whatever things you want to do. Comparison to this, alternative to this, you might have seen many people since the morning since the morning they have to consume multiple cup of coffees or tea even after 1 hour 2 hour regularly to get that amount of energy in themselves so that they can pursue their task. So why this happens, first of all, please bear with me because I'm traveling, so there might be some noise or sound issues, so please bear with me. Okay, so starting with this, we are going to brainstorm on this, that why this happens, why certain people have hell amount of energy in them, and why certain people have to are not so much full of energy, and they're actually drained with energy, and uh, whatever task they do not find themselves having enough amount of power or energy to do anything. So first of all, I guess there are four factors which contribute to this. There might be further, but I till now I have brainstorm about four of the factors. uh, Sorry about this jerk. Okay, so the first factor, I would say, is clarity. Like for example, clarity is important in getting amount of energy for doing any task. Explaining to this, I would say, like, if for example, if I say to anyone, find if I ask anyone, any of my relatives or any of my friends to find a water bottle in a place which is absolutely dark, then that person might have to spend more time doing the same task in comparison if that room is filled with light. So clarity is like light. If we are clear on what we have to do and how we have to do, that gives us a hell lot amount of energy to do that particular task. In comparison, if you're not clear about any things, then it leads to anxiousness, or it leads to stressed out situations. Like for example, if you have to travel from Delhi to Lucknow and you're not aware of, or you're traveling for the first time, then and you're not aware of what to do, how to do, then it there's one way you can research it out. If you're aware of that, you can do whatever you can do whatever is needful without wasting any other amount of energy. Like for example, if I know what is the route to travel from, if I want something, how can I reach from here to here? If I know something, I can do it immediately without wasting a time or energy. But if I'm not sure how to reach from here to here, then it will in one situation, if my upbringing is like this, I can find way in any situations. Then I will try to research and I will try to find out my way in any of the situations. But if my mind is not open and I'm not used to finding solutions in difficult problems, then I'll be stuck in that. Finding a path to that will lead lot of anxiousness and lot of anxiety in me. So which, because mind consumes a lot of energy when it is anxious or when it is confused. So first one is clarity. Now here's a crack in here's a trap, a thin line in here, or a trap in this. Like if you're doing something, anyone can say, if you're doing something for the first time, then it's very obvious that we'll not be sure shot about doing something. Like if I'm, for example, competitive exams, if I'm cracking it for the first time, I will not be very much sure how to do it, and will I be able to do it or not. Like clarity will not be there. So now here comes the power of belief, which we will discuss in later on in some other video. So you might have heard or you might have observed in the people who are sorry about this jerk again. Okay, so like the power of belief, you might have observed or you might have heard the people who have that belief that I can do it no matter what, are more possible, or more, they have the more probability of getting success in comparison to those who are confused. Even if the mind is 99% sure and 1% not sure, confused, then also the probability is the same. There are many chances that you will not be able to achieve that. Okay, so first one is clarity, and subsided with this is a power of belief. At least if we believe we can do it, the mind opens up certain tracks to do that. We'll discuss it later on. The next factor which I would say is which I would say is comparison. If we are comparing ourselves with others, then it drains out a lot of energy in ourselves, and our focus shifts from our work to someone else. Like putting on up an example, like for example, we are roommates, two people are roommates, like, and if I'm focused on seeing that I am doing much more tasks than the other person, like I'm focused on thinking that I am putting more input in my relationship than the other person is doing, now that will lead to, like, if I'm doing certain amount of comparison with anyone else, either in a position higher to me or in a position lower to me, that will lead to anxiousness and stressed out situations. If that person is in a position higher to me, I will always be uncomfortable, and I'll always be like in a running situation that I want to achieve that state. I want to be more successful and I want to be like him. So I will be never at peace, and I will always be in a running situation. And similarly, if that person, so if I'm comparing myself with someone who is in a lower position to me, position in the sense, like in sense of success, whatever the so-called success and so-called money and all those terms. So whatever the key factors I am comparing, if that person is in low with me, so I'll be always in a situation like I will be always keen on seeing that person who is in lower situation to me might not reach to a higher level than me. Like in a corporate world, you might have seen many of the bosses or many of the colleagues who are in a senior position are scared of the juniors, just because they're scared that the juniors might not, who are much more skilled, might not be able to means that this is a very common situation in which you might have seen the seniors are scared of the juniors, so that they cannot receive much more appraisal than them, even with having low experience and all those things. So yeah, this is the second factor. The comparison leads to stress for sure. Any sort of comparison, in terms of anything, like not only in terms of money, success, or looking sense, or even in terms of if you're comparing, like I am putting more input, I am doing more work, I am than him. So whenever this comes, this leads to a stress situation, and this drains energy in us. Okay, moving ahead, the third point which I would say is, like, what is our mood, like if you're in a good mood or in a bad mood, or like if in a good mood, you might have seen whenever we are in a good mood, we are a lot of energy, and whenever we are in a stressful or sorrowful situation, we find ourselves in a very low energy. Like for example, whenever we go to some you might have seen, like in many of the concerts and all those things, people are filled with emotions and filled with energies. They want to thrash anything, and like you might have seen in many of the concerts which are done, like for example Taylor Swift concert. So people are actually filled with joy and energy. They want to dance, they want to throw things here and there, they want to just celebrate. So in comparison, so whenever we are happy, we are automatically filled with lot of energies. And whenever in comparison, you have seen that whenever we are sad, like you might have seen whenever we are in a stressed or confused situation, I would say in an overthinking zone also, we do not find ourselves in a good situation to do any task. We do not feel like doing, like whenever we are crying, so days and days pass, we do not feel like doing anything, we do not even want to get out of the bed. Like you might have seen when the people are depressed and in the depression state, even this is one of the symptoms, like you can even search on Google, this is one of the symptoms that whenever there's a depression, then the people do not want to get out of even their beds and all those things. So energy is directly related to our mood. And elaborating this, our mood depends upon how sorted we are in our mind, not outside, because outside things will never sort out. for sure. But how much sorted we are inside our mind? So this all we can discuss this in next of our videos, and how we can get sorted in our mind. Yeah, this is the third factor according to me, which leads to amount of energies. And the last factor I would say is what our approach is towards destiny. Like how we perceive destiny. Like some people, you might have seen, some people say I have got a very good luck, I'm a very good luck charm. Or like some people say my luck is not so good, I'm a very bad, I'm a bad luck person. So uh, so and how this affect our energies is that, like um like if you have a very strong belief that I'm having a very good luck, whatever happens at the end, I will be able to sort my life. Whatever happens in short term, in the long term, my life is going to be very happy and very peaceful. I can do it. Like I will make my life what in the phase, or in the I will make my life in the screen whatever I want to make it. Okay, so if I had that thought in my mind, then I will try to find out ways to make it so. And when the mind wants to do something, it definitely does something. So it will automatically find energies to do that thing. In comparison, if we say that I have tried so many times, I'm a bad luck person, I cannot do anything, I have tried earlier also, now also I will be feeling nobody likes me, my parents do not like me, my boss do not like me, or like whatever, how much amount I have already tried 3 or 4 times, now I'll fail again. I do not have so much caliber in comparison to others. So if we say this all these things to ourselves, means that if we believe that we are not destined to do good, or like, so you might have seen that I cannot do this because I am not I do not have a very good destiny, or I do not have a very good luck. So if I had this thing in my mind, then automatically the mind will slip down. Whatever task you might have seen, the people who say even if I try I will not be able to do that. So now this will become an excuse to that person, that no matter how hard I can try, I will not be able to do this. So the mind automatically will find this as an excuse. Like for example, you might have seen you might have seen the people try to go for gym and all those things, and uh, somebody is trying to lose weight over years and years. So whenever they do something, they do it for about like this happens normally. They try to lose weight, they do everything for 1 month, 2 month, they lose one kg or something like this, or even they do not lose anything. And after a certain point of time, they accept the situation that they cannot lose their weight. So so the next time, whenever they will go for a gym membership or something like this, now they will have that sort of feeling that I have tried it so many times, but this time also I will fail. So now the mind, after certain, the mind may try 1 or 2 attempts, but after some time it will start giving reasons or giving excuses that this is not my cup of tea, I will not be able to do this. So the summing up this video, as per my thought, there are 4 reasons which lead to increase in energy or drain of energy. The first I would say is a clarity. If you are clear, and the clarity, there's also subsided point, like belief. If you're believing, because there are certain cases in which we're not actually clear. If you're doing something for the first time, we're not actually clear whether we are going to achieve it or not. But here comes the power of belief, that if we believe that if we try, we can do it. um, so this is the second thing. This is the first thing, sorry. Second thing I would say is the comparison. Like if you're comparing ourselves with someone else, even higher or lower, then most of the energies are focused on comparison rather than doing a task. And if the comparison is good, we'll sometimes feel happy. If the comparison is, if we are feeling ourselves as inferior, then this will lead to drain of energies. Okay, third point I would what I said, the third point I would say is, like, at a mood. Are we in a good mood? Are we in a relaxed or peaceful state of mind? Peaceful or happy, joyous state of mind? Or we are in a stressed out or anxiety situation? if we are in a so if you're comparing, then this also leads to higher low of energies. And the last point I would say is what is our belief towards destiny? How we believe is our belief is like uh, we can, at the end whatever happens we will be leading a very good life, or our belief is that no matter what I can do, whatever I can do, this will not change my life. So what is our approach or attitude towards destiny? So these are the four factors which contribute to this. Thank you so much for watching me. Sorry for all this disturbance because I'm traveling back to home. Yeah, thank you.